Hi, you guys. I just want to jump in here. I'm being consistent about winding down into bed at least 4 hours before I have to wake up. I know that's probably like 4 hours, that's it. It's actually really good for me. I usually don't even sleep that long and then I have to nap throughout the day. So I'm trying to be a little more consistent about my blocks of sleep and it's helping a lot. So I'm gradually building up. Got a lot going on in my life and I'm blessed in a lot of ways, but it's hard. It's hard. But today the Holy Spirit gave me a really cool message. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to both, but I wanted to share a really new way, not so much new, just leveled up way he spoke to me and confirmed something for me. And my mentor and I are both kind of on the same page with how you're gonna hear the pug noises, guys. You know the drill. If you follow me, I got the pugs. There's one right there, an ear. But we're both kind of on the same page with these really cool new ways the Holy Spirit is speaking to us. But it's hard because when you get used to God speaking to you a certain way, you get comfortable. But I will tell you this about the Lord, and the enemy will try to use this to get you frustrated with your Father and with the Holy Spirit when you just get comfortable. But the Lord can't let us get comfortable. Why? Because complacency is where the enemy meets us, and that goes for everything in our life, and especially our journeys. It goes for relationships, our growth, our gifts. If we get complacent anywhere, and I know it sounds exhausting, but it's how most people, even if you're outside of people, I don't take anything outside of faith, but people that even, are just entrepreneurs and maybe not believers will tell you that it's always a level up game. And if we find that that's the game we play in this world, imagine how much more does the creator of this world expect us to level up. It's not that he is like always moving the goalpost. That's what it seems like. It seems like that in your promise too, right? It's like, okay, I feel like you said this was just around the corner. It's closer than I thought. You're nonstop confirming. He does that. He does that sometimes, to sustain you, to let you know, hey, I know you need anchoring. So I'm going to keep speaking this. But then there will be a time where it will click or make sense in a way that it's never made sense before, and it's supernatural. And everything will kind of be like a full circle click in the spirit, meaning like as he sustains you through your journey, things will be confirmed. You won't be able to explain them away. You won't be able to unsee them. You won't be able to write them off as coincidences. But I will tell you, when you're close to the actual thing, manifestation wise, and that could be any part of your promise. It could just be growth. Breakthrough can be anything. And I will tell you, if you've been in waiting rooms long with God, which most of us have, you'll take any kind of breakthrough, right? Whether it's growth in yourself. I mean, anything from the Lord is good. Even if it's something, even in our own consecration, that was breakthrough. What was it a breakthrough in? Our identity, right? And we can't walk into our purpose without our identity. So that being said, if he keeps confirming, and you're like, I don't understand, like it was clear as day, it will be clearer than clear as day when it's actually about to manifest. And like my mentor, and these are just some experiences I've had with some things that the Lord has spoken to me that have happened. So I have had many things happen that the Lord spoke and finally manifested. But there's still a lot of things I'm still waiting upon. But my mentor teaches this so well, and she's had many things happen that the Lord spoke to her. And she talks about how, like, until it's the appointed time, it won't make sense completely. And a lot of the natural surroundings you'll be looking at will look the opposite. They'll just look the opposite. And that's designed because he's a mysterious God, and he's never going to tell us everything. He's not a formula. And, you can't figure him out. You can be led by him so that you're within his will and aligned with his plans and purposes. But you'll never figure him out. He's always going to level you up. So that being said, let me tell you about how he spoke to me today, and it was wild. So we often talk in the prophetic about shelving something, meaning if the Lord's not ready to reveal that revelation, just like us that operate in the prophetic, we prophesy in part. And then there are many prophetic words or words of knowledge that I deliver that aren't right. Some I deliver that day, some I deliver within minutes. Some I have one or two prophetic words I've been sitting on for about 2 or 3 weeks. And he hasn't given me full revelation. And when I do deliver them, and there have even been times, you guys, I hear you, where I've delivered them, and then right after I deliver them, he'll show me 2 or 3 days later there was more. And so sometimes that more was just for me, but I still was obedient to deliver what was needed for you to know. Does that make sense? So that can be another way he prophesies through us. Well, we prophesy in part. He knows every part. He's sovereign, right? He sees all, he knows all that's already going to happen. I hear you. That's why he can speak that promise to you, because he already sees the rest. But he knows how important it is that we're ready to receive everything. And that's the hard things and the great things, because anything in life, you need to be prepared. That's what makes him such a good father. So let me tell you what he did today. So all day, last couple of days, I've been getting my sister's names. Like I have 3 sisters, and I kept getting their names. I'm like, okay, well, what is it, Lord? I mean, nothing bad. I wasn't getting anything bad, but I was like, what is it? You know, our minds gravitate towards, okay, what about my sisters? What about my sisters? What do I need to know about them? You know, and or is there somebody with my sister's name? You know, I'm just kind of trying to figure God out, which he does not want us to do. He just wants us to sit back and say, okay, until it clicks, until it makes sense. He's the only one that can make it make sense. So we'll still try to pursue him. Even I do it. My mentor even does it, but nothing was clicking. And that's how we know we're forcing it, right? So I kept getting their names, and then I kept getting the word turnaround. And I'm like, what about my sister's names and turnaround? And so I've been sitting with it, and I shelved it. And he said, okay, Ashley, so I'm proud of you. You shelved it. You didn't try to figure it out before I was ready to reveal it. I hear you. And that's a part of it too, reveal. So remember, he was giving me my sister's names, the word turnaround. I was kind of reaching for things, and he's like, no, but he won't. That's why when people say, how do I know it fits? How do I know, it's confirmation? We won't even have to tell you it's confirmation. When you have heard the Holy Spirit before, you will never be able to unhear or unsee how he makes it click. Okay, we're talking no amount of ruby red slippers could make it click the way the Holy Spirit does. Okay, so I can't really explain to people. I just say something will serve as confirmation, or he will have already spoken this to you, and you don't have to reach for Holy Spirit's confirmation. You just don't. He hands it to you. It's like he wraps it up in a bow, and you can see through the wrapping paper. That is how accurate it is. Okay, and when it's close to your appointed time for something to manifest, y'all, he don't even wrap it. It's just, he hands it to you. It's clear as day. Okay, so that's a little clue for you too, when something might be about to manifest. And remember, manifestation for the Lord, you guys, can still be a season. It could be in waves. It can be a slow reveal. Okay, so that being said, my sister's names, he kept showing me turnaround. So all day, it's been about 3 days, and he said, just put it on the shelf. And so I was like, okay. He's like, well, Ashley, I was like, okay. He goes, Ashley, so what goes on a shelf? And so I was like in the pantry when I was talking to the Lord about this, and I heard him say this, and I was looking at the shelves in my pantry. I was like, oh, well, food. And he's like, okay, well, just like a recipe, Ashley. There's all these things on your pantry shelf, and until you know what I'm going to ask you to make for dinner, you just all the ingredients are on a shelf, right? I'm like, that's true. And so he says, that's how it is when I don't give you all the revelation at once. And so that's what I did with the things he gave me with my sister's names, and then the word turnaround. He said, you put them on the shelf, and now I'm ready to tell you the recipe. I'm like, okay, Lord. And so I just stayed patient. And y'all, I was in my gym, and I have all these collages of pictures in my gym. And it was the weirdest thing. I don't even remember this picture being turned around. I don't even know how it got turned around, to be honest with you. But I have tacks of all pictures of people, my family, old pictures of me, things like that. Well, there was this one that was turned the other way, and I don't even know why, but I heard him say, okay, turn it around. And I said, whoa, okay. It was the only picture on the collage board. So I turned the picture around, and it's me and my 4 sisters. And in the picture, there's something happening in the picture that was a complete solid confirmation of something he was speaking to me. And I about fell over. So guys, that's just one of the out of the box ways he can speak. We think we know how he's going to reveal it, but no, he gave me my sister's names. all he was trying to tell me is there's going to be a picture in your gym that I'm going to tell you to turn around, and whatever's going on in that picture is a confirmation for what you asked me. I hope this blessed you guys. I hope it teaches you to think outside the box with Holy Spirit, and I hope you have a great night. I might pop in on my way to work and share something else with you that he gave me. Have a great night.